What up, everybody? It's your boy Solo Foe, and I'm back with another episode of So What's the Issue? And one thing that I want to start by saying is, you know, I get that this coming from a man is going to seem like odd, and it's not always the best coming from a man when I say this. But what I believe the role of a woman is nowadays is not to be manipulated and tricked into thinking what a nigga wants you to think. Growing up, I used to hear people say like a real bitch gonna hold you down whenever you go to the pen, when you go to jail, the real bitch gonna hold you down. And when I get home, I want to cook meal and da 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 da. All of this shit that nigga, and it's misogynistic. I'll admit that it's misogynistic, but for y'all as women, I say what y'all's real role is doing whatever it takes for y'all to live y'all best life. Do not worry about niggas in the climate that we live in, and that's just me being real. Because right now we do live in a period where it really just is a bad pool of niggas. And when I say niggas, I actually mean black men. When I say this, I know it's gonna sound crazy, but at this point in time, I almost wish that females would just go gay, and I know that affects me. But at this point, I really do just wish that females could just go gay and deal with each other, help each other, build each other. But the only problem is you can't you can't have children with just two women. And it just frustrates me because when I hear niggas on the internet explain what a woman's role is, it is always a misogynistic back to the old days type of definition of what a woman's role should be, but then adding extra gas on it like, hey man, you supposed to work, you supposed to, you know, my bad, y'all. You're supposed to work. You're supposed to also do everything that I do. I get to go out and go do X, Y, Z, and it really shouldn't work like that. The way that these things should be structured now, for me, I want a companion, I want a partner, and I want a friend. And what I mean by I want a companion, we all know what I mean by I want a companion. When I say I want a partner, I want somebody that's willing to go just as hard as I am about the same things that I want to go hard on. I don't just mean specifically going to work. I mean like if whatever I do, I want you to help me out, make it better. Whatever it is that I got going on, I want you to help me push it to the next level. So if the plan is we're gonna stack up some bread, have a job, help me stack up some bread. If the plan is buy a house, help me buy a house, help me do this. Like if that's what I specifically mean by a partnership. And then what I mean by a friend is I want a true friend, someone that you can talk to, somebody that you can really have a decent back and forth with, somebody you can talk to your day about, let people know what you got going, let the person know what you got going on. Other than that, outside of a partner, companionship, and a friend, all this other shit that niggas be talking about on the internet, especially what we talk about in the hood, all that shit be fucking irrelevant ass nigga shit that don't even make sense, and it really is half ass. Basically, like, hey, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna do the one thing. Females, please stop chasing the niggas in the streets because they're not gonna care about y'all. They do not give a fuck about y'all. And I saw it. I've seen it year after year, relationship after relationship. These niggas out here in the streets do not give a fuck about y'all. They gonna beat y'all. They gonna cheat on y'all. They gonna do they gonna use you to fuck up until you sick and tired of it. And y'all know this. Like y'all literally know this. Like, please. Like, and I get it. I'm probably a man and I'm probably the worst person to speak on it, but I really am telling y'all, like, I really wish that y'all could hold these niggas more accountable by not fucking with these niggas. I get it. You don't want to maybe go outside your race. I get that you maybe, but please, man, these niggas is not worth y'all time. And I mean, like, the handsome face, the long penis, the money thing, that's gotta stop being the reason why y'all stick with these niggas and being with these niggas. These niggas are not good products. They were not raised right. These niggas don't know what the fuck morals is. And people get on the internet talk about, hey, do our generation even care about marriage anymore? I'm gonna let you know, these niggas do not give a fuck about marriage. Whatever gets your panties off is what they want. They do not give a fuck about nothing else other than what gets your panties off. Other than that, they gonna hit y'all with all types of bullshit about what they think of holding a nigga down is. And I'm telling you, some of the shit that niggas be writing on the internet, and I can't even really give y'all a bunch of examples right now because the shit just be so stupid. I don't know what the fuck niggas be talking about whenever niggas be talking about this is what a real woman is, bruh. I be wanting the niggas to shut the fuck up sometime. Like, my thing is, I know y'all like to do this 50-50 or 100-0 thing, which all basically still means 50-50. Let me explain this. 50-50 means we just do stuff together. If one can't do something and the other is able, if I fucking get in an accident and my fucking legs are messed up for 2-3 weeks, whatever, my woman should be able to help me. Vice versa. If my woman gets hurt, I should be able to go pick up around the house. I should be able to go take care of the kids. I should be able to go do everything. That's what 50-50 is. That's not a 100-0. I mean, that's not a 100-0. That's not none of this shit that y'all try to make it out to be. What 50-50 is literally it just means that everything that I do, you are also willing to do. And y'all don't have to be so fucking technical with these terms on 50-50 or 100, whatever. It don't matter. Wherever a person lacks is where the other one should be able to pick up. Wherever the person, like, y'all should be able to boost each other. And I do not mean that one works, the other one stays home. And I do not mean that both people work. I do not mean either one of those things. What I mean is specifically, y'all sit down at a table, y'all figure out what the basis and the premises of y'all relationship is going to be, and then y'all take it to the next level. But because we have gotten so far removed from what a decent man is, I think that women have really not just decreased their standards, they only care about a bag. Y'all only see what a nigga can give you and not what you can give yourself. Please stop thinking about what a nigga can give you, because it is a shit pool of ain't shit ass niggas that the second that when things don't go their way, they're gonna turn into a bunch of bitches and run on y'all. I'm telling y'all, it's too many times, it's too many situations. Niggas cover it up with, well, the bitch put me on child support. I don't want nothing to do with the bitch. The bitch did that. And a bunch of shit that don't make no fucking sense, for the reason why they don't want to take care of their baby. And what it really is just niggas do not want no dealing with y'all the second that y'all done with them, because they get butt hurt when you finally go move on with the next Tyrone or the next whoever. Like, please, and I say this with all respect, go to the gym, get your body right if that's what you want to do. Go to school, go get you a trade, go get you a degree if that's what you want to do. Go fucking just do everything. Go on vacation. Go live your fucking life. Go do this, and that. Don't give no nigga no money. Don't give no nigga no money to flip. Don't give no money, no nigga no money to re-up. Don't give no nigga no. Don't do anything for a nigga that can't do it already for themselves. If the nigga can't do it for himself, don't do it for him, because that's not a nigga that's really looking for somebody to be in a relationship with. That's somebody looking for. That's somebody that's just trying to use you. That's just a nigga trying to find the best place he can. And while he's using you, he's also going to start using the next female and start getting everything he wants out of the next female. And then whenever you done with him, he's just going to play the same exact game. And it's been so many times where y'all, I stuck with you through the this and that. Stop. Stop sticking with niggas through the X, Y, and Z's. Females, tell y'all's 16, 17, 18, 19-year-old daughters that they do not have to stick with a nigga through whatever bullshit it is that they got going through. If a nigga wants to get himself together, a nigga will be actively trying to get himself together. If a nigga is selling dope the wrong way in the streets, guess what? That nigga gonna sell dope the wrong way in the streets regardless. But I'm not gonna promote that. I'm not gonna promote I'm not gonna promote that shit. If a nigga is in between jobs, guess what? I've been in between jobs. Do you know how long it took me to get from between a job? It only took me a month to get from between a job. If the shit take you longer than a month, then the nigga ain't doing something right. Don't carry the weight of a relationship just because a nigga wants to tell you to carry the weight of a relationship. That is not your job or your role as a woman to fill up every single hole where a nigga either does not want to or feels like that's where you should pick up. Because for me specifically, when it comes to me cooking, I'm going to cook for my woman and my family. I don't have any kids, but I am going to cook for my family because that's something that I want to do. And if your man does not have it in him to want to go do these things, that nigga's not a legitimate nigga. Going to McDonald's and shit like that, I'm telling you, if I wanted to just go to McDonald's and get shit, which I know some people say it really shouldn't matter how the food gets on the table. I'm somebody that do care about something like that. You should always want to be a provider as a man. There's too many niggas that done relaxed on the thought process that they're not the ones that have to cook or they're not the ones that have to clean. Yes, the fuck they do. Yes, the fuck they do. Just because I want you to wash my drawers don't mean I shouldn't be washing my drawers. I'm going to take the laundry down and I'm going to do the laundry myself. I'm going to go to work myself. I'm going to bring in money my damn self. I don't need no woman to complete my every single action around the house. Niggas will say y'all got to do all of that and then don't even want to take out the trash. Niggas, whatever this old guard of what a woman's role and what a man's role is, that shit needs to be thrown the fuck out the window because we don't live in that era. And I want to say thank God we don't live in an era where women have to solely depend on niggas. And I'm not just talking about black men in that statement. I mean just in general. Because and I'm not saying it like this, but we heard the stories about our grandparents and stuff like that. They used to catch the blues. We heard about the white women and stuff like that. They used to get bruised the fuck up by their husbands and shit like that because they didn't have a way to provide. So what they had to do was lay down to whatever the fuck the man demanded. I am so happy that women can get out here and do what the fuck they want to and get to a level of life that they actually want to be at and not actually depend on a nigga. But it's so many females that don't get... So many females that don't flex that muscle and don't realize that you do not need a nigga. If you want a nigga for companionship, use that nigga solely for companionship. Do not let that nigga... I don't give a fuck how much that nigga say it feel good. Tell that nigga to strap the fuck up. And if that nigga do want to make, nut in you or whatever, tell that nigga to give you the $50 before so you can get the plan B the next day. And if you somebody that don't believe in all that shit, tell that nigga to pull the fuck out. And I'm sorry to say it like this, because, a lot of people come up with a lot of excuses for everything that you say. Like that, you say one thing, they say another thing. You say one thing, they say another thing. Okay, so if your belief system is not to use plan Bs and whatever, if that nigga does, whatever in you, I'm sorry. Take the $50 loss, take the moral loss for just a second. Because it is not worth having to deal with being a single mother. Listen to how many mothers are single mothers and they have all of these complaints about what goes on after how they baby daddy stresses them out and they so sick and tired of the nigga, whatever. After that nigga nutting you, after you told him not to nut in you, obviously that's not the nigga that you need to be around because that nigga's an irresponsible ass nigga that's just gonna do what the fuck he wants to and treat you however the fuck he wants to treat you. Women, please stop letting niggas run everything about your fucking life. I watched for over 30 years a person that was supposed to be very, very important to me let niggas run their life and run their every single, they let a nigga control everything about them. And all my life, all I watched was, and I thought was, Like, man, I wish that she would stop caring about them. And it's I really hate the climate that we live in as far as dating goes and shit like that. But we live in a shitty pool, and we have to start treating it like we live in a shitty pool. If you want a nigga for companionship, use that nigga for companionship. But as far as using that nigga to be your partner, to be the person that's your life force, I'm sorry. The second this nigga don't get the way he want, he's gonna start acting the fuck out. Ladies, I am not telling you to get yourself together for a man. I'm not telling you go to the gym for a man. I'm not telling you go get your degrees and go get your certificates for a man. I'm not telling you to do anything for a man. What I'm telling you is to live your best life for your damn self. Fuck a man, because right now the niggas in our climate are not worth even fighting for. Like, and I don't know how to make it any more clear than that. I know that it seems like I'm coming off as attacking women. And a lot of times, whenever I go on these lives, people think that I'm attacking women. I'm attacking the exact opposite. I do not like these niggas. I swear to God, I hate these niggas. These niggas are unpresent ass niggas that absent as fuck. These niggas only want to. These niggas, and I'm not one that does the whole, these niggas are gay thing, whatever. But all the fuck they want to do is get off on being around their homeboys, hanging around their homeboys all day, find a way to meet up with their homeboys, go to the court, play basketball, do everything but involve themselves with the kids that they spawn. And I'm telling you, stop having babies with these niggas. Please start dealing with a nigga for longer than a year. Stop having babies within 3 months of knowing these niggas. Because then the thing is always like, how was I supposed to know? I'm sorry, that's not enough time to learn a nigga's pattern, learn a nigga's behavior. The second that nigga start acting foul within the 2 years period that y'all fucking dating, let that nigga go. Stop investing yourself so much into these niggas that ain't shit. They terrible people. Like, please stop investing yourself into these niggas. They do not care about y'all. They do not. I can't make it no more clear than that. But, this has been y'all boy Solo Foe, and this has been So What's the Issue. And I swear to God, man, I don't give a fuck about people pleasing no fucking women. I could give a damn whether some female, and I don't want to call it, I don't want to do that right now, but I could give a fuck about being a pick me. I could give a fuck about whatever. Like me, I'm going to live my best life. I'm going to do what the fuck I need to do as a man. And when my woman comes, when my woman has arrived, and I'm not going to sit here and try to make myself look good for any particular reason or build myself up to sound like X, Y, and Z and all that shit. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm really speaking genuinely. I watched somebody for 30 years that I just wish would have cared about herself and her kids rather than chasing around niggas. And it's sad, man. It's really fucking sad. But this has been So What's the Issue. I hope, it doesn't come off misogynistic or anything like that, because I'm really saying this shit from the heart, I swear to God, I promise y'all. But, till next time, I'll do another topic on this video.